NBC16 News at 5:30.
If you hear only one thing today, hear this. Please pay attention to the directions from firefighters, local officials, and emergency responders. If you are asked to evacuate, do so immediately.
Oregon Governor Kate Brown is urging people to keep close tabs on the wildfires. And if an evacuation is ordered in your area, do not hesitate. She says level 3 evacuation notices are not just suggestions. They mean a wildfire is hitting your home and you need to get out now. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Jacqueline Mazer. Our NBC16 live team coverage on wildfires across Western Oregon continues tonight. So here's what we know so far about the Holiday Farm fire. It's now 105,000 acres and still 0% contained. That's 4 times the size of Eugene. There are about 200 firefighters working to contain the fire. Fire officials say there is severe damage to Blue River.
We saw and heard sirens and things like that, so it was time to go.
In the dark, following emergency lights through clouds of blowing smoke, residents left their home to flee the Holiday Farm fire, some seeking shelter from the Red Cross and getting food and supplies from community donations. NBC16 is on your side with team coverage on wildfires around Western Oregon. Our Alan
The civil authorities have issued a civil emergency message for Lenore, beginning at 5:27 p.m. Wednesday, September 9th and ending at 5:27 p.m. Thursday, September 10th. Level 1 alert for the Richardson Gap from Highway 226 to Northland County line east to Lyons area. Plan and prepare in the event evacuation becomes necessary. Evacuation is not necessary at this time. Additional notice will be sent if evacuation is necessary.
Fire officials tell us that the fire is moving west-northwest, but they have 200 firefighters for an effort that needs 1,500. They're using tactics like bump and run firefighting, going structure to structure to stop that fire from burning those homes and communities. However, there is not enough staff for an adequate count of what's being saved.
Comments, some say it's gone, others say it's still there. It's just not knowing. It's hard.
Fire officials say they have been able to save parts of Vida, but given the red flag conditions, not much is certain. Visibility remains an issue with the smoke, preventing the use of aircraft. So far, officials say there's been no loss of life, but nothing is guaranteed just with the danger of those smokes, of those flames, and how fast they've been moving. Officials urge you, follow those evacuation orders and check the county's website and the county sheriff's office for all those updates. Jacqueline, back to you in the studio.
All right, Lauren, thanks for that report again tonight. Now to evacuation orders across Lane County. The red areas on this map are level 3 go now evacuation orders. From the intersection of Thurston Road and Highway 126 to the McKenzie Ranger Station, including all roads to the north and south of the highway, the Mohawk Valley north of the McKenzie River, including areas around Marcola Road, Wendling Road, Upper Camp Creek and Camp Creek roads, and to the north in the Kalapuya and Brush Creek areas near Sweet Home. Level 2 BSET notices, those yellow areas on the map, include the area west of Hill Road off Marcola Road and the McKenzie Ranger Station to the Santiam Junction. Under Level 1 BSET notices tonight, those areas in green, including the Thurston area of Springfield from Bob Straub Road and Jasper Road east to Thurston Road at the Highway 126 intersection, as well as the Fall Creek, Winberry and Lowell areas, and the Crawfordsville area to the north near Sweet Home. Moving to the latest information on shelters, the Thurston High School Evacuation Center has moved to Silky Field at Springfield High School. That's where we just checked in with our Lauren Negretti. Those who evacuated east are encouraged to head toward the Deschutes County Fairgrounds in Redmond. Also, Willamette is opening the Bob Kiefer Center and Willamette Adult Activity Center as temporary rescue shelters for people who have been evacuated or lost power. Now there's more smoke and heat day use. Respite centers open today. That includes the Lane County Event Center in Eugene and the New Hope Baptist Church in Cresswell. Those centers closing at 8 o'clock tonight. Now here's the number to a non-emergency call center if you're being affected by the Mackenzie fire. That number on your screen, 541-682-3977. The call center is open until 10 o'clock. Well, turning in to our Alan Matthews now for a closer look at our weather. Alan, we're experiencing, as you know, a bunch of fires out there.
Yes.
And the wind, is it helping? Is it not?
Well, at least we have some good news there because it looks like our winds are starting to die down, at least for our area. So we've got the red flag warning. That's in effect until 8 o'clock this evening. That covering the Eugene area. And again, a big factor in those red flag warnings, it's basically your wind speeds, the warm temperatures, and the low humidities. We're still battling the low humidity levels, though, unfortunately. And then a red flag warning is going to be in effect for the Roseburg area tomorrow. That will be from 2 until 8 o'clock. And talking about those wind speeds, and again, we showed you this in the last half hour, but they have actually dropped below double digits, and we're not quite seeing the gusts out there. So there's some positive news there, but our relative humidity levels still very low, under 20% here in Eugene at 18%, 28% in Junction City. And talking about the size of the Holiday Farm fire, we've been talking about how large this fire, over 100,000 acres, and that is 4 times the city of Eugene. So there's Eugene right there in the green. We span that out to 4. And yeah, that's the size of the Holiday Farm fire. So again, we'll be keeping an eye on that. And of course, we'll give you more of the weather details as we are seeing a little bit more of a change as we get toward the weekend. Jacqueline? All
right, thanks, Alan. That visual says it all. Well, like most of the state, Douglas County has been hit hard by the wildfires as well. The Douglas County Fairgrounds has turned into a Red Cross evacuation center. NBC16's David Ochoa joins us from Roseburg now. David, what's the latest in Douglas County tonight?
Well, Jacqueline, the Star Mountain fire and the Archie Creek fires that both started yesterday have merged together, and now they're just being called the Archie Creek fire. It burned about 72,000 acres in its first 12 hours, and Douglas County officials are using their resources to help those affected by it.
Douglas County commissioners moved quickly, opening the fairground for those displaced by the fires. They're taking people and animals.
We have a RV park. We have RV overflow parking also. We have horse stalls, and we're also taking small animals, cats, dogs, things like that for people.
The fairgrounds will be hosting people who have been evacuated for as long as it's needed, and they're open to help 24/7.
Bring your animals down. Don't bother calling the fairgrounds or call anybody. Just come in, drive through the gate. The horse stalls and small animal cages are all unlocked.
The Red Cross has set up a shelter and is providing resources for those who have been evacuated.
We are setting the cots quite far apart, and we are also able to use draperies to separate each cot environment so that there's privacy and also to help with the COVID restrictions.
They have 43 people registered to stay at the shelter and have room for 100.
They register with us just so that we have a head count, and we try to keep track of where people are. They can come and go, they can go to work. We just kind of want to keep an idea of how many people we're serving.
In order to use the shelter, your area needs to have received a level 2 or 3 evacuation order. Reporting in Douglas County, I'm David Ochoa. Back to you, Jacqueline.
All right, David, thanks for that report. Now, we're also following evacuation orders in Douglas County. Here are the level 3 go now notices. All homes from Gassy Creek to the end of Nonpareil Road, all of Idlewild Park and Glide down to Highway 138 East, and Little River Road from Newbridge Road to 138. Just west of Glide, Single Tree Lane, North Bank Road, and River Shore Drive, all of Lone Rock Road, South Lone Rock, and Bar L Ranch Road, all the homes on Moore Hill Lane and the Bogus Creek Campground, and finally, all the homes and cabins around Diamond Lake. Here are the level 2 be set notices. Everyone between Bonanza Mine and Fraser Canyon, North Bank Road near Glide going west to Anderson Lane, and everything in between. And on the south side of Nonpareil Road east to Banks Creek, the rest of the county is under a level 1 be ready notice. Now, the ashy air is also affecting pets and animals, turning the Lane County Event Center into a shelter to keep them safe, too. NBC16's Keely McCormick joins us live outside the Lane County Event Center. Now, Keely, where are people asked to bring their pets?
Yeah, there are several locations in Lane County that are taking animals in. Lane Event Center is one of those safe spots, along with Oregon Horse Center. Now, I went in and checked over at Green Hill, where one woman is keeping all 6 of her cats. Katie Lively is unsure if her home is still standing, but at least she knows her cats are safe.
It just gave me so much reassurance to know that they were being so well cared for by some of the most amazing animal advocates in this community.
Lively said it was a quick turnaround to gather essentials and get out.
From thinking everything was fine first thing in the morning to boarding our cats here at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Carrie Lieberman, the executive director at Green Hill, says they're open as a resource to all pets.
So far in the first day, we've seen just over 21 animals. We've seen 3 rabbits, 9 dogs, 9 cats.
Good girl.
That includes pets who have lost their humans. Firefighters found this stray dog Wednesday morning. If you recognize her, reach out to the Green Hill Humane Society. For more information on resources for pet evacuations, head over to our website. Live outside Lane Event Center, I'm Keely McCormick.
All right, thanks for that report tonight, Keely. Now make sure to stay with us. NBC16 News is working around the clock to keep you updated on wildfires across Oregon. We will continue our live coverage on the Holiday Farm Fire throughout the newscast. When we are not on air, make sure to visit our website, NBC16.com, our Facebook page at KMTR News, or download our app. We do have the very latest information on evacuation notices, containment levels, air quality, road